But I wouldn't be happy until I seized the ripest apple on the tree. You.
So I would set about however necessary to take over the United States. I would infect the churches first. I would begin with a campaign of whispers. Like the wisdom of a serpent, I would whisper to you like I whispered to Eve. Do as you please.
I would persuade people that the church is irrelevant and out of date, that anyone who believes in the Bible is just naive.
If I were the devil, I would attack the family. I would make divorce easy and acceptable, even fashionable. If the family crumbles, so does the nation.
To the young, I would whisper, the Bible's a myth. And I would convince him that man created God instead of God creating man.
I would persuade them that what's good is bad and what's bad is good. And to the old, I would teach them to pray after me, our Father, which art in Washington.
If I were the devil, I would take God out of the school, where even the mention of his name was grounds for a lawsuit.
I would make drugs that sedate the mind and target them. And I would even get sports heroes to advertise them.
I'd peddle narcotics to whom I could. I'd sell alcohol to the youth and to the addicted. And the rest, I would consume with prescriptions.
If I were the devil, I would tell the youth to let their emotions run wild. There would be school shootings, and pretty soon there would be metal detectors and drug-sniffing dogs at every schoolhouse door.
I would convince the world that people are born homosexual and that we should accept their lifestyles and their beliefs. Pretty soon, you would see that I would have whole states promoting same-sex marriage.
I would dull the minds of Christians and make them believe that prayer is not important and that faithfulness and obedience is just optional.
Within a decade, I'd have the prisons overflowing. I'd have judges promoting pornography. Pretty soon, I'd evict jobs from your courthouses, from your schoolhouses, and even from your houses of Congress.
I would leak into the cracks of the media until I had full control of it. I would corrupt your minds and your morals, and I would make you believe that some things are just politically correct.
Even in his own church, I would substitute psychology for religion. I would lure pastors and priests into misusing boys and girls and just corrupt what the church was made to be.
I would make the symbol of Easter an egg and the symbol of Christmas a bottle.
I would cheapen the human life so much that the lives of animals and trees are valued far more than human beings.
If I were the devil, I would make it completely legal and sane to take the life of an unborn child.
I would make it socially acceptable to take one's life. And I would even invent machines that make it convenient.
If I were the devil,
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 if I were the devil, I'd just leave things
just the way they are.